Hey everybody, so today I am here to give you guys a day in the life. When I was asking you guys for some maternity leave videos, you guys said that you wanted to see a day in the life of like our normal summer day, and then one afterwards when the girls go back to school and we obviously have a newborn. So this is our normal average summer day, and actually it might be our last. I only have 4 days until my C-section, and during those 4 days we do have some kind of irregular stuff going on. Like tomorrow the girls are going to spend the night at their grandma's house, so we can get stuff done Saturday and Sunday around the house that needs to get done before baby gets here. And then on Monday it is going to be like a pretty normal day, but Mark is going to start his leave that day, so he'll be home with us, which is not normal. So this is, quite frankly, our last normal day in the summer as a family of 4. So I kind of want to just bring you guys along. My night was already off to kind of a rocky start because I got woken up at 12 o'clock with some contractions, and I did not go to bed until 2 o'clock because they were painful, and they were also not like on the dot consistent, but enough so to keep me up. So I think I just passed out at 2 o'clock out of just sheer exhaustion because I was so tired because I didn't sleep well the night before either. Just a little taste of my body getting ready. I have pretty normal stuff to get done today. There's probably a lot more I could be getting done, but like I said, we're trying to save most of it for Saturday and Sunday when the kids are at grandma's and it's not like fighting against the current. So I have gotten the girls up and gave them breakfast and stuff. Sophie's already done with breakfast, but Remy's still working on it. She's like super slow eater. I obviously have had my breakfast. I've actually been waking up earlier than the kids, and I've been trying to eat my breakfast before they even get up, which has been nice. So I don't have to try to focus on feeding all 3 of us, or 4 of us, I guess I should say, and just focus on getting their stuff ready when they're up. And we are also trying to get into the habit of bedtime and waking up at preschool times, because Sophie has about a week until preschool starts, and then Remy has 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of bring you guys along for the day. Right now it is 9 o'clock. I'm probably gonna sit around and wait until Remy's done with breakfast, and then I will go ahead and tackle the kitchen. Yesterday was Mark and I's 8-year anniversary, and on our anniversary, if we don't go out to eat, he cooks us steak and potatoes. That's the meal that we had on our first date, and it's just kind of tradition if we don't go out, but it causes a lot of dishes. I would also like to vacuum the entire house. I do have laundry to get done, but I don't do that until night because we do not have central air. Our laundry room is right off of our living room, so for that reason I wait until mostly everybody's in bed before starting laundry, so it doesn't heat up the house while we're out there in the living room. But yeah, let's just go ahead, and the next clip you guys are going to see is me tackling the kitchen. It is now a little after 10. I don't know if you could see that. But the kitchen is all cleaned up, and I did take my breakfast sugar, so my sugar that's 2 hours after breakfast, and that number was great. So it's snack time for everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and get a snack for both myself and the girls, and I'm gonna sit down because my stomach hurts so bad. My belly looks a lot lower than normal, so I think she might have dropped last night, and maybe that's what the contractions were about. But I'm gonna get us snacks and go sit down. Alright, so I got these down, and I'm going to go through. These two are Sophie's, so I'm going to find some pages for her to do, and then some pages for Remy to do. Like I said in my haul, we don't do these every single day, but we haven't done them for a few days, so we'll go ahead and find some pages to work on this stuff. Remy's was actually pretty easy because I had already picked out the next chunk that I wanted her to do, and I had just had it sitting in the front flap there, but it looks like some number work. And then with Sophie, I have a pile of ones right here, and I decided to just tear out the rest of them because it is a really thin book. There's not a ton of pages in that one. I do have a thicker book like this for her that we like, but this has more of different stuff in it. You know, it says rhyming, opposite, story order, addition and subtraction stuff, but I like these pages a lot, so I'm actually going to laminate them, but I'm going to go ahead and go in the other room and laminate this stuff before we actually do it. So it's actually a little while later. I did get them laminated, as you can see, but I decided to scrub this thing, and I flipped it over and I scrubbed underneath, and it was a whole thing. Did not expect that. We're gonna go ahead and do these. The only two that I didn't laminate were these two because they were coloring ones, so I'm just gonna let her actually do those. And then we have Remy's right here, so we're gonna work on these now. In case you guys didn't know, when you laminate stuff, you can use dry erase markers on them. Now, this isn't the best for like practicing pencil grip or handwriting, but that's the reason why we use real pencils and work on that kind of stuff elsewhere. A lot of this is like circling, or like, I mean, right here she does have to write the number that comes next, but you know, we practice it elsewhere, so it's not that big of a deal. But I just want to let you know, and then you can wipe it off, obviously. I wanted to show you guys how this comes off really easily. I mean, I'm not even using the spray or anything, just the eraser. It's like you can't see anything. Those little shadows right there from the other side of the page, so it doesn't even leave anything. I have used cheaper markers, like ones from Dollar Tree, and they do stain the lamination, whereas the Expo markers do not. I was trying not to buy Expo markers for my kids because they're a little bit more expensive, obviously, but they don't stain. And for things like this, you know, you don't want it to stain because you don't want it to give the answer away. I mean, if it's tracing, it's not a big deal, but when you're looking for certain answers, it is. So I just wanted to mention that and show how easy it is. There's no remnants left on it whatsoever. So it is now almost 1 o'clock. I did not expect for it to take that long. It normally doesn't, but Sophie had like a coloring by numbers thing, so she was still working on that by the time Remy got done, and then we did these ones, and I had quite a few of them actually for her to do today. So we just got finished with that. They're watching a little bit more TV, and I'm actually going to go ahead and get their lunch ready, and my lunch as well. Alright, so here's the girls' lunches. We've got an applesauce pouch, some yogurt and granola, cucumbers, and cheese puffs. I've had people mention the yogurt before, and I just wanted to say that they're Greek yogurt, and the reason why they normally don't get a lot of it is because there's a ton of protein in Greek yogurt if you're getting the right kind. 1 cup of the Chobani yogurt that they get, which is strawberry, has, I believe, 18 grams of protein, and this is probably about half a cup. And then the granola also does have a little bit of protein in it as well. Hardly ever do I just give them just yogurt, and if it is, it's with fruit and the granola. But even still, 1 cup of it has, like I said, 18 grams of protein, which is a ton. Or at least when you're talking about a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. So just wanted to throw that out there. And for lunch, I'm probably just gonna have cheese and crackers, grapes and peanut butter. It's a little before 1 right now, so we are pretty much on track for our day. Like, didn't get crazy behind or anything like that, but I'm probably also going to work on my video notes to record a video after I get done with lunch, and I'm not gonna record that. That's just kind of tedious in my own thing. I just sit out there, and while they're playing and doing their thing, I can get some work done, because when Mark gets home, he wanted to take them, I don't know if it was to the bike trail or if he wanted to take them to the park, but either way, Mom had to record, so he's gonna find something to go take them and do, and I just want to be ready, obviously, for that when he gets home. So that's what we're gonna be doing, and I'll check in sometime after lunch. Alright, it's a little after 4 now, and Mark actually went and took the girls to the bike trail, and I'm going to film a video. Normally I don't film during the week. Normally he hangs out with them in their room if I have to film, but during the summer we have been trying to get them outside at least once a day, weather permitting, obviously, whether that be go play a couple houses down with their friend, or play in the driveway, play out front on the deck, like just something like that to burn off some of the energy. So he's been wanting to take them to the bike trail for a while. We got Sophie an actual bike, and that's been really fun this summer to see her progress with that, but he wanted to give her like a nice place, a nice paved, smooth, even surface to go ahead and ride her bike and give her even more confidence. So they are doing that, and like I said, I'm going to film a video. If I have any time before they get back, I will probably hang up some clothes, and by then it'll be time to get dinner ready, which for dinner tonight we are just gonna have chicken patty sandwiches and french fries. The girls have been begging for that dinner for whatever reason. They've fallen in love with it, so I'm gonna make that in my vortex right there. And if you've watched any of my grocery hauls, you know I've had it for a while, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm in love with it. So it's been working out amazingly. Like I mentioned earlier, we do not have central air, so to turn on my oven and cook meals in there, it just heats up our entire house. It gets really hot and uncomfortable. So for this reason, when we saw the vortex come out, I bought it almost like instantaneously, and it's been working out super well. After lunch, I did end up responding to some comments on YouTube, and I also got something else done. I can't remember what it was, but I did get some stuff done. I did not end up vacuuming. I probably won't get to that today. I can always do that tomorrow. It's not hard, but yeah, when you're 38 weeks pregnant, almost 39, some things can just wait because I don't have the energy for it. And right around this time is when I start to feel the most tired, especially after last night of like not sleeping well with the contractions and stuff. I'm so exhausted. I don't want to do anything, but it's just like, you know, you still have stuff that you have to get done, and that's just kind of part of it. So yeah, I am gonna go ahead, film my video. It's close to 6 o'clock now, and they just got home from the bike trail. I just got finished filming, and I just told them that we're gonna have chicken patties for dinner. You're gonna have to see if your dad wants to watch something, because you've had enough TV today. But are you excited to have chicken patties for dinner?
Yep.
Like, they were losing their minds when I told them, but of course when I bring the camera out to show you guys how enthused they were, it's like, yeah, cool, Mom. But I'm really glad I'm going to be using the vortex, because I had to turn off the AC to film my video, and Now it's kind of warm in here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make the french fries first, and then I'm going to make the patties, because the patties don't take long at all. They take like 5 minutes in the vortex, whereas the french fries say that they need 12 to 18 minutes, and then they always come out blazing hot. So I'll make the fries first, then the patties. You guys are so close. Can you tell it's been a minute since I've done a day in the life? So yes, I'm gonna get that started. Okay, so dinner time was kind of a fail. You can see the girls are in the bathroom brushing their teeth, getting ready for bed. Dinner time was an absolute mess. At one point, both girls were hysterically crying. It didn't stop for what felt like 30 minutes. I accidentally burnt the french fries, and then like towards the end of it, Lexi was kicking on something that was so excruciating, and it was just a lot. So I didn't film anything from dinner time. They are brushing their teeth, getting ready for bed, and we're gonna lay them down. Okay, I had to like set my brightness to like nothing on my camera, but I was trying to show you guys earlier that I'm watching Mindhunter right now. This is an excellent show. Loved the first season. If you like anything like Criminal Minds, you're gonna love this show. It's a Netflix series, but I will say that they incorporate some actual serial killers in their show. I'm sure the facts are a little bit elaborated and stuff like that, because it's not like a documentary or anything, but it's still, regardless, a super great show. And Mark and I just finished up Wentworth. Season 7 just came to the US, and it was so good. If you don't watch Wentworth, I would totally recommend it. That's a great show too. I believe it's an Australian show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have to wait for it to come to Netflix for me, because I lived in the United States. But it is a phenomenal show. We've loved it, and this season just like rocked us. And then we are also watching, Mark and I are watching The Sinner, because The Sinner season 2 came out. That is like a TV series, and it is really, really good. The first season had Jessica Biel in it. It was really awesome, and so far the second season has not disappointed either. But that's what I'm watching right now, and actually I'm on the last episode of Mindhunter, so I can watch this. I have watched this from the beginning, and I've really enjoyed it. I liked the book a little bit more than the first season, but the more this series evolves, the more I like the character Clay, so I am very eager to watch this, and I hope it's as good as the second season was, and even the first season for me. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys what we are watching. As always, The Office is always in the queue, and the girls really like this Sugar Rush show. It's a really, really cool kind of baking show, and the girls love it. They pretend that they're on Sugar Rush all the time. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share what we're watching right now. Okay, so it's officially 8 o'clock. The girls are in bed, and I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Lexi is still moving on whatever is causing so much pain, so I really just like want to sit down and relax. I am gonna get laundry started, and I also need to take a shower tonight. Dinner time was kind of a mess, and it was all over the place. Like the kids were crying as I'm hunched over the couch trying to get Lexi out of the position she was in, and it was a lot. But you know, dinner time honestly is hit or miss during the summertime, because sometimes the kids are just so exhausted and kind of ready for bed at that point, but it's too early to go to bed because they're just so worn out. So that can be pretty typical during summertime too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for our day. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do those things. I might even go to bed early because of how tired I still feel, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.